Hi guys, so today I am participating in a mystery box challenge. There's a lot of us creators doing this. Everyone's channel will be linked in my description box as well as a playlist. This is going to be so fun and so much inspiration. I can't wait to watch this playlist. But for now, I am going to be opening a box sent to me from Brenda over at Rustic and Lace DIY, and I sent my box to CeeJ, so you'll definitely have to check that out. Okay, so to begin opening Brenda's box. Okay, so there's going to be some wrapped items I see here. These are, oh my goodness, okay. It says open last. So I think the wrapped items I don't have to use, and then the other, everything that's not wrapped I do have to use. So there should be 6 Easter items and 6 everyday items that I have to DIY with to turn into Christmas items. Okay, so, oh, she sent me a bag of candy. How sweet. So it looks like there's all kind of Werthers in here. I love candy. Okay, my kids will be happy too. All right, now she sent, let's see, there's a little card. Oh yeah, there's a little card. Okay, so it's all pretty on the front, and it says, let's see here. Amanda, I hope this box doesn't ruin our friendship. Oh, no, of course not. Her and I are really good friends. We host a challenge together on the first of every month, along with Chantel from Crafty Hints, and so we have a lot of fun. I know you're allergic to chocolate, so I hope these candies sweeten the must-use items a bit. Oh my goodness. The Easter must-use items are tied together. Oh, okay. All right. So I wanted to send you more, but didn't have a big enough box. Let me know when you have opened everything so I can share a video with you. Love, Brenda. Okay, so as soon as I'm done with this, I'll have to let her know that I've opened everything. Okay, so the Easter must-use items are tied together. Oh, okay, so these are my Easter must-use items. I see them all tied with a neat little bow here. So I'm going to do that. All right, so the first must-use item. Oh, I could do something with these for sure. I already have an idea. Okay, and then, oh yeah, these are gonna be fun too. I already have a good Christmas idea for this. Oh, look at this cute little sign. We'll figure out something for that. So far, not bad, but hey, we're doing okay. There's some cute little treat bags. I wonder if I should be scared about the wrapped items now. Oh, this is so cute. Look at this. It's like a little wreath, or is it a garland? No, it's a wreath. This is so cute. We can definitely do something with this. Okay, now, so the other items must just be my everyday use items. We have a little chalkboard octagon. Definitely do something with that. A couple of little tins. We can definitely use these. Yeah, so far, not so bad, not so bad. Oh, this is really pretty. This looks so nice on a Christmas tree, or, okay, all kinds of ideas going through my head. Oh, some cute little carrots. I think that Rudolph would probably like these. And glass mosaic pieces. Okay, we can definitely work with that. Now let's open my wrapped items. I'll have to double check, but I believe the wrapped items should just be extra items that I can use if I want to. I'll have to double check, but I'll show you everything anyway, and I am going to try to use everything when I do this video. So, ignore the wrapping sound. Or the unwrapping sounds, I should say. So here's a little chalkboard. This is super cute. Oh, this looks like, oh yeah, some foam dice. Oh, okay, I can definitely work with these for sure. Yes, and here's another one to open. And here is a little wooden plaque. Definitely do lots of stuff with this. Okay, so here is, oh, another cute thing. You know what? I'm going to have to double check with her because I'm starting to think maybe the wrapped items are my must-use items. Like I said, I'm going to try and use them all anyway, but we're getting a little bit, okay, Brenda. Now I see what she was talking about. I mean, we're still friends, but, I don't know. Okay, moving on. Let's see what else she's got for me. I think this is the last one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do something with this. All right. that wasn't too bad. She was getting me kind of worried, but I really feel like we can come up with some awesome stuff, so stay tuned to see what I make. Okay, so it turns out that the wrapped items were our must use items. So to begin, we are going to tackle the most difficult item in the box, the toilet brush. So here's an idea. Grab a toilet brush and a sock from Dollar Tree. Stretch your sock over the handle of the toilet brush and turn it so the heel is in the back. You can then use some stuffing from an old pillow or really any type of stuffing that you have on hand and stuff that sock in the front and the back until you get a nice fluffy hat. Once you get it stuffed to your liking, you're going to want to play with it a little bit to make sure that it looks nice and that there's no huge lumps. Then you can pull down the open part of your sock over the toilet brush bristles and pull the toe of the sock up so you can twine it or tie it with whatever you like into a little pom-pom for the top of our hat. Once that is done, I used a fuzzy white duster mop from Dollar Tree. I had a piece and I just cut that piece down to be the perfect size to cover the brush part of this toilet bowl brush. I glued it on top of the brush and then I pulled the sock down. I also secured the sock in the back with some hot glue, and then I just took this little piece of Easter egg that Brenda sent me that I painted with tutorial beige paint and glued it underneath the hat but over top of the duster to form my nose. I then tacked my hat down with a piece of hot glue, oh my goodness, a dab of hot glue, and then you can decorate your hat however you like. The sky is the limit on how you can decorate this adorable hat. I just used some greenery and berries that I had in my stash, and here is my adorable Santa gnome. I absolutely kind of love him. This was kind of like a happy accident because I would never have used a toilet brush to craft with, but I think this is adorable. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Okay, so for our next idea, you can grab some foam dice from Dollar Tree and make a little bundle of presents. This was so fun and perfect for a tier tray. They come 4 to a pack, and this was in my package from Brenda. I also grabbed these sticky colored glittery paper from Dollar Tree. You can get multiple colors, and they come 3 sheets to a pack. And I have some fabric from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to begin by wrapping 2 of the dice, one in each of my fabrics. You can do this however you like. You could use all one fabric. You don't even have to glue these dice together like I did. So really there's a lot of ideas here, but basically just go ahead and wrap up your dice. So I am wrapping these dice like I would wrap a present, just using hot glue to secure my fabric. Once I get this present done, I'll use my other fabric to do my other present. And then for this glittery paper from Dollar Tree, I'm going to do 2 of those presents. Now you'll just want to cut pieces that fit on either side. They can overlap slightly because you can fold this paper down and just cover it with the next piece, or just trim it off. Now the adhesive on this paper is not amazing, so I did kind of have to use a glue stick here and there to tack it down, and I'm talking about like a school glue stick. Once my presents were done, I glued them together in the 4 square here, but again, you don't have to glue them together. I just thought this was really cute. I took a peppermint from a Hobby Lobby ornament and split it in half with my scissors. I also took a little candy cane from Hobby Lobby's miniature section and put that on there for embellishment. Then I'm going to wrap my entire stack of presents with some of this Dollar Tree white glittery ribbon, but you could use whatever type of ribbon that you like if you choose to do it this way. I'm also going to make one of my presents have that little ribbon crisscross that we sometimes put when we are wrapping a present, and one will just have one piece of ribbon on it. Then I'm going to create a bow for my little package stack by just folding over my ribbon until I have one loop on either side, and then I will just cut off the excess. With the excess, I'm going to create a little bit of tails here by just tying this piece in the middle so that it can form my tails. So again, so customizable, but the perfect size for a tier tray. Dollar Tree also sells larger dice. I believe that come 2 to a pack, so you
you could do that as well. And also some wood squares that would be perfect for this. Once my bow is formed, I put a little white bow on top and another half of that peppermint. And here's what it looks like. It even looks super adorable in a tree as like a jumbo size ornament. So there is another idea for you. Or you could separate these and have lots of ornaments. Okay, so for our next idea, I'm going to go ahead and use 2 more of my items from Brenda. So I'm going to create these adorable little gnomes using this mop and these wooden eggs. Now I am actually going to use 3. I almost forgot because of the gnomes' noses, they will be the glittery eggs. Now I am taking 6 mop strands and cutting them in half like you saw me do. That gives me the perfect length to go ahead and put a strip of glue down on the middle of this egg. Now the pointy part of my egg is facing downward and I have the round part upward so that I can put the hat on there. So I have 12 strips that I'm gluing down since I cut my 6 in half. Once all of my strips are glued down, I'm going to go ahead and unravel them with my fingers. Now there was a couple of these beards that maybe looked a little bit sad, so I added another piece of mop here and there, but that's just kind of basically what I started with. I then trimmed them where if they needed a little haircut, and then I took another Dollar Tree sock and I cut pieces off to form my hat. I placed some hot glue down and pushed down the front of the hat, and then I flipped the hat over and hot glued the back of the hat down. Once your glue is dry, you can then go ahead and pull your hat up, stretch it a little bit so you can tie it on the top and gather that part together. I then trimmed off the excess twine, and here's the base of my adorable little gnome. I had this ribbon in my stash. It was clearance from 4th of July, I believe. So I just cut off the little stars and applied them to the top of the hat. But you could use any embellishment you like. And here I'm using these little glittery eggs and I'm just cutting off the bottom. And I'm going to be painting them with that tutorial beige, just like I did for my larger Santa gnome. And these are going to be my noses. So here I am just painting them, and once they are dry, I will gently spread apart my little mop strands so that I can hot glue my nose directly to the wooden egg, and then I will replace my little mop pieces all around this nose and tack them down with hot glue here and there as necessary. And then you have some adorable little mini gnomes. You could put hooks on the back of these as ornaments. You could make several of these and put them on a garland. You could also put a little block behind them and have them stand on a tier tray. I just tacked them in my tree here with a few other gnomes. So in the beginning of the video, my tree was not decorated, but here is what it looks like. I'll have a better look at it in an upcoming video. In case you can't tell, there's a lot of red and white. Okay, our next idea to create a beautiful snowy little scene. So I'm going to be using several of the items from Brenda, and I'm going to be using also some items from my stash. So this reindeer, this cone, and a piece of pool noodle. I'm going to take the little treat bag that Brenda sent me and I'm going to cut everything off of it. I'm going to place a piece of pool noodle that I had cut down to size inside of the treat bag, and I'm going to glue the treat bag shut. This is going to form a riser inside of the bucket that Brenda sent me. I'm going to use the ears of the treat bag to stuff on either side of my little riser to hold it firmly. Now I'm going to take that little cone from Dollar Tree, styrofoam cone, and I'm going to wrap it in some white fuzzy yarn that I had left over from my lollipop video. If you haven't seen that, I used tons of white fluffy yarn. So I just wrap this around until I get to the top. I glued it down, and then here's what it looks like. I'm going to be gluing it to my riser inside of my little bucket, and here's my tree. Right now it kind of looks like an ice cream, but I think we're going to make it look like a tree. I'm going to glue one of those little peppermints from the Hobby Lobby peppermint ornament to the top. Then I'm going to take some more of these little miniature candy cane ornaments from Hobby Lobby, cut the little hook at the top off, and then just glue them down to my tree, and here's what it looks like. It's getting cuter, you guys. Now I'm going to take some pretty ribbon that I had in my stash. I believe it was from Hobby Lobby last year, but right now Hobby Lobby has all of their Christmas 60% off, so definitely check that out. If you need a large amount, that can actually be cheaper than buying at Dollar Tree. I'm going to create a little bow like so by just folding over until I have one loop on either side and cutting a longer strand for tails. I tie my tails and my bow together and just attach it with a piece of that treat bag that I cut off of the top. And then I am just going to arrange my little tails here and dovetail them. You dovetail by folding your tail in half and cutting a triangle upward with some sharp scissors. And you guys, I finally got some new scissors. I am so excited. Okay, now I'm going to attach my bow right on top of the little band that I put around this container. I'm going to split another peppermint in half, and I'm going to glue that to the front of my bow, and my adorable tree can be set aside. Now I'm just going to take this little tray. I'm calling it a tray, I'm not sure why, but you see this little chalkboard that Brenda sent me, and I'm going to glue my tree down to part of it on the edge there. I'm going to wedge a little candy cane under the front so it sits level. And then I'm going to take this beautiful faux glass reindeer. It's like a plastic, but it looks glass. It's so pretty. And I'm going to glue him to the edge of this shape as well. And I'm also going to wedge something under his other hoof so that he is level. And then I'm going to take this Dollar Tree scarf, and I'm just going to cut it so that I have the front of it. The back of it is not fuzzy, but the front is. I just want the fuzz, and I'm going to go ahead and wind him through the reindeer's feet here, and then take my scarf and just gently kind of cover this whole base with the scarf using hot glue by just wrapping and arranging, a little bit of pulling and tugging here and there, and this actually worked perfectly. Honestly, you guys, I wasn't sure about this DIY at first, but I ended up thinking it's really cute. Then I'm going to take a little piece of ribbon that coordinates, and I'm going to wrap it around my little Rudolph here to form a scarf. I'm going to take a tiny little red pom-pom from Dollar Tree pack of pom-poms and glue it to his nose. I split apart a couple more peppermints and glued them down for little stepping stones, and I think honestly that this is cute. I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments, but I'm showing it staged with a peppermint centerpiece that I made in a previous video. I will link that video below just in case you are interested in the centerpiece there on the right. I think it actually looks really cute with my little tree and deer piece. Everything ties together really nicely. I think it will make a really nice vignette display. So again, please let me know what you think about this one. It kind of grew on me, especially once I placed it next to this centerpiece. Okay, next idea. It's a quick and easy idea to make a faux present. I'm going to take another chalkboard that Brenda sent me, and I'm going to take some more of that adhesive glittery paper from Dollar Tree and just cut a piece to fit the front of the chalkboard, trimming off the excess. I do remove that hanger off of the top, and I am going to cut another strip to cover up that wood piece. Here I'm using some glue stick just because this paper is not super sticky, and then I'm going to go ahead and embellish this like it was a present. So I'm going to take a strip of this beautiful candy stripe ribbon. You can find this at Hobby Lobby at 60% off right now. I had bought tons last year, so I'm just going to wrap a strip each way, long ways and width ways, and then I'm going to take this pretty candy ribbon that I've been using, and I'm going to make a 3-looped bow by folding it over until I have 3 loops on either side. Once I have 3 loops on either side, I will trim off the excess, and then I am going to scrunch it tightly and tie it using a piece of twine, but you could use a zip tie or a pipe cleaner, whatever you like. And then I'm going to cut off the excess of my twine. The tighter that you tie your bow, the more you can fluff it out, and this is a wired ribbon, so you can get a nice fluff on there. Once it is all ready, I'm going to go ahead and glue it down where those 2 pieces of ribbon overlap each other, and then I'm going to take that ribbon and make one more small bow with 1 loop on either side and layer that on top to fill up the gap, so my bow is a beautiful round bow. I'm then going to take 2 more pieces of ribbon and create tails by just tucking under my bow, gluing it down and then dovetailing the other end. So this is how I choose to do it, but you can do it any way you like. It would be adorable with a little tag on it. Some more embellishments with your bow. You could embellish with some florals or greenery, whatever you like. But I did take these two little candy canes and I glued them in a crisscross fashion. And once that was done, I glued that down to the middle of my bow. And this was so simple, so easy, but really cute and affordable. You could make a whole bunch of these as jumbo ornaments. I think this is really cute. Or you could glue a wooden block from Dollar Tree to the back of it to have it stand on a vignette if you like. I just propped it up against one of these DIY trees that I made last year, and I think it's really, really cute. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. You could also attach a hanger again so that you could hang it on the wall if you wanted a hanging present. Okay, our last and final idea is kind of a different style, but I love it. The reason that I love it so much is because I use a lot of pit berries, and my mom loved pit berries. For those of you that don't know, my mom passed a couple years ago, but she is the main reason I have this channel, so I love to do things once in a while in her memory. Anyway, I'm going to take this wreath that Brenda sent me and I'm going to remove everything. Then I'm going to take these pretty kind of pearly colored off-white pit berry that Brenda sent me, and I'm going to wrap it all the way around this wreath. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to come in with some red berries that I had in my stash, well, red berry garland that I had in my stash, and I'm going to wrap it so that it alternates with this pretty off-white color. Once I'm completely done, I'm going to begin embellishing. I will add, though, that I did not use the whole garland. I saved a little bit to curl around my finger at the end and add to my greenery. So I just added a little greenery arrangement that I took off a Dollar Tree ornament, but you could use anything you like or have in your stash. And then I'm just taking these little extra pieces of berry that I saved, curling them around my finger and gluing them down onto that greenery. I'm just going to be adding little bits and pieces of greenery that I found in my stash just to kind of get this greenery piece as long and full as I want it. I am going to be placing a bow, and you could do this on either side of the bow if you wanted to, but I thought it looked pretty with just one kind of swag of greenery. So here I'm going to make the bow, and then you'll see me come back in and add some little bits and pieces, some little leaves that I had in my stash. So I'm taking the original bow from the wreath, and I'm just folding it over until I have two loops on either side and twining it tightly. And then I'm going to glue it down there right by that greenery, and here I am just adding some more little tiny bits and pieces that I found in my stash just to kind of make this trail a little bit more and look really pretty. And then I have the most adorable little wreath. So for this wreath, it's pretty small. It could be a jumbo ornament. You could, if you were creating a word like the word joy on a large sign or like a porch leaner, you could use this as the O, and that would be super cute. You could place this on any other type of large sign or hang it from a frame, or if you have a window frame, you could hang it on there. So here is what this looks like. I hope that you like it. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Thank you to all of the amazing ladies in this mystery box challenge. I appreciate each and every one of them, and they will be linked below. Thank you to the ladies that organized this, Missy and Kathy Joe. I appreciate you guys so much. That's Crafty Cove and Kathy Joe DIY, and everyone will be linked below in the description box. Thank you so much. Take care.
You can subscribe to my mom's channel, and thank you for watching today's craft, and stay safe.